Hello everybody, and welcome to this new set of tutorials about Infinito. I have a strong cold, so I hope my voice and my English is understandable. And in this first tutorial, I would like to talk a little bit about object scale, which seems to have been an issue for some users and something that was not quite understandable. Well, it is instead very easy. And the first thing you have to understand when you work in every 3D application is that each object has its own measures, its own size. So, for example, if you take one of the objects available in the Infinito bonus pack, like such as, for example, the coconut tree, well, I know that this object it's about 25 meters high, and I know this because I designed it. So if I, for example, I create just a simple placeholder, and well, I set the height of 25 meters. Well, you see that in fact I can prove that the coconut tree is indeed 25 meters high. And so this is to say that when you use objects, it doesn't matter if you use those with Infinito or else or another 3D application, you've got to know its size. And so when you, for example, you create a terrain size in Infinito, let's just create a flat terrain of 100 meters by 100 meters. So I'm going to terraform and create a very simple flat surface. Well, at this point, if I choose the coconut tree, just as I did in the studio interface, alright, and when I place the coconut on the terrain, you see that in fact it's, well, you can guess that the coconut tree fits well and properly since it's 25 meters high, and my terrain is about, well, it is 4 times that size, and is in fact 100 meters. So this is just to say that each 3D object has to be compliant to the environment where you use it. There are, however, some situations, especially when you are going to use different OBJ files, where having those object scales match, it's well, it may be quite tricky. However, with Infinito we have all the tools to get it done. I remember some time ago in the forums, a user, Space Ray, he asked to, well, how to create, well, to populate a heart, a cartoon heart with several Eiffel towers. Well, I think I can show how to do that. I have, well, a simple heart OBJ model. Well, as you see, it's well. I already know that this is a quite small 3D model. Speaking about speaking about its scale, and so instead of accepting its standard scale of 100%, I'm going to, well, to say I want it 10 times bigger. So I'm going to load it at 1000%. Okay, so here is my heart, and now I'm going to use a Eiffel prop that I have. So I'm going to load the Eiffel Tower in my slot, and when I drop it on the heart, wow, you see, it's so much larger. No, this is not really the way it should be. So I'm going to delete my Eiffel Tower, and this time I'm going to try, because the thing that I need to do now is to guess and try which will be my proper scale. So instead of having my Eiffel Tower instances at 100%, well, let's try 10%. So now, oh sorry, I need to load the Eiffel Tower again, and well, this is already much better. I want those even a little bit smaller, so I'm going to use 8%. Alright, so I think now this is the right size. So I'm going to delete again all the Eiffel Towers, and now I'm going to populate my heart with those, and I'm going to set the normal slider all to the right so that my Eiffel Towers won't be placed vertically, aiming vertically in the sky, but they will follow the model contour. So place one here, and one here, and one here. And so I'm going to populate my heart with these Eiffel Towers. I'm not going to do anything particularly precise, that's up to you, but this is just to give you an idea of how you can easily set and use, how you can easily use objects coming from different sources. It just takes you to try a little bit to modify the object scale until you see that it fits properly. Alright? And so now, if I want, I could create my scene now. Alright, you see that it's now displaying as bounding boxes, because these are much faster to display on my screen. And well, as I said, well, now I would need to use some nice shaders, and well, you know that I were not very precise when deploying those Eiffel Towers, and well, I know I could have done a better job, but you get the idea. And well, if I want to render this, and here is a quick and dirty render, as I said, well, no shaders or proper lighting, no colors, you see, no shadows. But again, this is just to show you, to prove that if you are careful and you experiment a little bit with how you scale objects in Infinito, you can achieve anything you like. And so remember that you can set a custom, an arbitrary scale, typing a percentage in this text box here beneath my mouse, and well, all it takes is to make some experiments and see when the object scales they match. Okay,